What's up, you guys? It's Steve here, and wow, President Joe Biden just flipped the switch on the stimulus reconciliation bill in just the past hour, and now we're also hearing of reports coming out left and right that Democratic congressional leaders are following suit, and they're also following along the lines of what President Joe Biden just said about the stimulus reconciliation bill. And this is your stimulus and infrastructure bill update. Now, you guys, President Joe Biden just got on a plane to fly out to Kentucky to visit those that are suffering from the devastation of those tornadoes, and our hearts and prayers, our thoughts go out to those in the state of Kentucky. However, before he got on that plane, he said a few things that changed up everything, and we're hearing in the past hour, members of Congress are backing it up. And take a look, you guys, articles coming out like this. Biden on passing agenda by year's end, he said, "I hope so." And I'm going to get you caught up on the latest and also take a look at what others are saying now. Senate Democrats, they may pull a switcheroo to punt Biden's big spending bill into 2022 in favor of last-ditch push for voting rights legislation instead of the Build Back Better stimulus reconciliation bill. And take a look, you guys. Democrats' hopes are getting dim that the Build Back Better will pass before New Year's. And the $1.7 trillion package, it lacks the needed 50 Senate votes to pass. And yes, they're talking about that one moderate centrist Democrat, Senator Joe Manchin. Now, I've got video footage and articles to get you caught up on all the details. This just happened in the last hour. So you guys, let's go ahead and dive right in and get you caught up as to what's unfolding right now in Congress. Now, before we do, just also wanted to say thank you for all the support on that second channel, Steve Ram Finance. I'll pin a comment down below if you're interested in joining. Click the link, go subscribe, turn on notifications. For anybody interested in learning about growing wealth and personal finance, I think it's going to help you out a lot. But let's go ahead and dive right in. And do me a quick favor, even though this might not necessarily be the news you want to hear, if you appreciate the consistent updates here on the Steve Ram channel, don't forget to smash the like button. Just lets the YouTube algorithm know that you appreciate me continually keeping you up to date. Also, leave your comments, share this out. If this is your first time here and you want to stay up to date, all you got to do, hit the subscribe button, turn on that notification bell, totally free to come join the Ram fam, and I'll keep you up to speed on everything that's unfolding. And if you got any specific questions for me, I'm easy to get a hold of directly. All you got to do is shoot me a DM on Instagram at SteveRam3. But with that being said, you guys, let's take a look at all the details of everything unfolding just right now, what President Joe Biden just said, what Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer is saying, what's happening in Congress, and let's start off with some video footage.
Mr. President, what's your reaction to Congress holding Meadows in contempt? Mark Meadows! Mark Meadows!
Coronavirus deaths. If you have a statement on your responsibility, why haven't you decided to do more to be transparent on the origin?
Mr. President, Mark Meadows! What's your reaction? What is your reaction? What's your reaction to Congress holding Meadows in contempt?
I don't know enough, but just what I've seen. I've not spoken to anyone. It seems to me he's worthy of being held in contempt.
What do you think about the tests that have been released?
Haven't seen them all.
Mr. President, what kind of progress have you made on Build Back Better? What kind of progress? When will you speak to Joe Manchin?
So there you have it. That was the president right before flying off to go visit Kentucky. And we heard him say that he hopes they'll get it done, that they're making progress. But now take a look at the reports that are coming out from congressional leaders, Democrats in Congress. Take a look at this video footage as they're saying it looks like the Build Back Better stimulus reconciliation bill, it is not going to be happening by the arrival time, the deadline that was set, and it is going to be going into 2022. Go ahead and take a look.
Garrett, we have new reporting on what we expect Chuck Schumer to do in the next week. What can you tell us?
Yeah, our Capitol Hill team has been all over this. My colleague Leanne Caldwell leading the way. The bottom line here is there's a new reality among Democrats that they will not be able to pass the Build Back Better Act before Christmas, or indeed before the end of this year. And it boils down to two fairly simple problems. They don't have a finished bill yet. The bill's not back from the parliamentarian. They don't have solutions on things like the paid leave portion or the state and local tax deduction portion. So they don't have a finished bill, and they don't have the votes. Joe Manchin continues at his own one-on-one negotiations with the White House. He is not committed to supporting this bill, and there just aren't enough days left in the year to get this bill finished, to to convince Joe Manchin to get on with it. And so Democrats are now conceding, our sources are now conceding, that Build Back Better will happen next year. Whether there can be another big legislative item, perhaps a voting rights push before the end of the year, is another question. But it won't be Build Back Better headed to the president's desk as an early Christmas present.
So there you have it. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. And now we're seeing articles coming out like this. Take a look. This one from The Hill. Link in the description below if you'd like to read it for yourself. And it says, President Biden on Wednesday said that some progress had been made towards passing the Build Back Better agenda in the Senate, but acknowledged that it was possible that it would not reach his desk before the end of the year. And he said, I hope so. It's going to be close, Biden told reporters before departing for Kentucky when he was asked about his signature legislation and whether it would pass before the end of the year. Now, it says that the Build Back Better Act, which we know is roughly $2 trillion, will help fund climate change, child care, family care programs, educational initiatives, investments for the middle class, and it has already passed the House, but it has to make its way through the Senate. But its fate in the Senate remains unclear, with Senator Joe Manchin in particular, who has expressed reservations about moving forward too quickly with the bill, citing concerns about inflation. Now, jumping down, Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer has said for weeks that he wants to vote on Biden's signature Build Back Better Act before Christmas, but on Tuesday, he declined to guarantee a vote next week. And take a look at this, you guys. He said the bottom line is that right now, there are good discussions going on. As I said, we're moving forward with progress. The president's been speaking to Senator Joe Manchin, and I look forward to hearing about further progress, he said on Tuesday. Now, take a look at this article, you guys. Just came out 20 minutes ago from the time of this recording from Business Insider, and it says Senate Democrats may pull a switcheroo to punt Biden's big spending bill into 2022. Now, the article says that Senate Democrats' chances to pass President Joe Biden's Build Back Better agenda by the end of the year appear to be dropping fast, and they could be turning their attention to making a renewed push on the voting rights instead. NBC News reported on Wednesday that today, Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer is planning on punting the $1.75 trillion social spending and climate package into 2022, and will be pursuing a final push on passing voting rights legislation. Now, here it is. Both Senate leadership and the White House are still in a stalemate, with Senator Joe Manchin of West Virginia a key swing vote needed to pass the bill. Manchin remains skeptical about some of the provisions in the bill, like extending out the bulked up child tax credit, which I shared with you in a previous video that we just heard. He said is, in his opinion, on the chopping block because it is going to be way more expensive than is being projected if this is continued on over the course of the next 10 years. He also has raised repeated concern about the bill's impact on inflation and ensuring that the bill's programs are fully covered by government revenue from taxes. So you guys, we are hearing as of today, right now in the past hour, that it looks like the Build Back Better stimulus reconciliation bill is not going to be a 2021 bill. This is going to get extended out, and there is still some significant talks and negotiations that need to take place before this passes through. And that is the latest that we are hearing coming out right now on this stimulus reconciliation bill. So you guys, huge, major news coming out as President Joe Biden and now Democratic leaders have all flipped their stances on the arrival time of stimulus, and I'm sure there's going to be a whole lot more information coming out. I'll be sure to keep you up to speed here on the channel, you guys, but that is the latest, and as always, thank you so much for joining me. If you made it this far and you haven't already, don't forget, smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm. Just takes a second, really helps me out a ton. Thank you so much. If this is your first time here and you want to stay up to date, don't forget, hit the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell. Just takes a second and you can come join the Ram fam totally free. If you got any specific questions for me, I'm easy to get a hold of directly. All you got to do is shoot me a DM on Instagram at SteveRam3. And if you're interested, consider joining that second channel as well, Steve Ram Finance, to learn about growing wealth and personal finance. But with that being said, you guys, I hope this reaches you well. I'll keep you up to speed as more info rolls out. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll catch you in the next one. Take care. God bless. This is Steve.